probably see in the background a very familiar looking globe turning. Hey, so yesterday was Disney, and today we're keeping the theme parks rolling by, we're at Universal Studios at Taste of Universal. Similar idea as all the other ones. It's a food event, so I'm not going to bore you with the details about it, but we're going to head right in because we're a little late to the event due to some traffic and accidents, so join us on this experience. All right, we're through the turnstiles. You can see the little statue that's in the front and an entrance sign. This is the first time we've been in Universal over a year. So we're excited to check out what's in here for food and what's different. There's some new Minion stuff we know of.
And this is what you're excited to see, all the Harry Potter stuff.
Oh, heck yeah. There's the Ford from Harry Potter. Here's a little map of the Taste of Universal with all the areas. Looks like it's all in the upper lot, so that makes it nice because we don't have to wander around to the lower lot or anything. And it's not really a huge area, the upper lot, so it shouldn't take long to get to everywhere. So they have the mystery machine out right now as well, which is right next to the pet store.
This is the new Life of Pets.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's the new Life of Pets area because there's illumination you can see in the background. And right next to the Palace Deli and Market. So I'm really excited once the park reopens to get in and try the new ride as well. Declan, you gotta go see if you can ride it. Let's see if Declan's gonna be tall enough to ride the Secret Life of Pets off the leash. Not by himself, but he's tall enough to ride it with an adult. So first place we're trying is the very brand new Minion Cafe. Looks like we're getting probably a grilled cheese here. So there's pretty much no line, so we're making our way up, and they've got distancing markers, of course. Some cool artwork on the side of the building. And then the inside. It looks like we just got turned into a Minion. You can see they've got classic grilled cheese, chicken tenders, loaded tots, chicken bacon ranch mac and cheese, some nachos, and a salad. And then it kind of wraps around like a horseshoe. Comes all the way back around to the register. So here's what the card looks like. It's not virtual or digital like Knott's is. It's basically just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they cross it out. What we got at Minions was just a grilled cheese, just a standard grilled cheese, so I'm not really going to record it. It just says food and beverage voucher on the top. I'm just covering up some personal information. And then they'll just cross out each number as we get there. And this is how I like it, preferred versus the Disney yesterday where it's just a voucher and you pay for it. But I like the idea of just you get this many items no matter what the theoretical cost is, and then you get to just sign them off one at a time. So here's another Universal moment. It's a Taste of Universal photo op. It's the side of the Minions restaurant, and it's a Minion wall. And it's complete with a red carpet, and turn around, and here's the sign, Universal moment. Take your food selfie here, and then hashtag @Universal, and then @Unistudios. And for reference, there's Funland right there, right behind it. And then the Moulin Rouge just off on the opposite corner. So here's a sign for designated dining area. So eating and drinking are only permitted in the designated areas, and then everyone has to wear the face covering unless actively eating or drinking, and then outdoor dining up to 3 households per table. So even though I'm probably not going to end up getting any, just walked by the fresh popcorn stand, and oh my goodness, it smells so delicious. I'm a popcorn fanatic, you could say. Generally only normal popcorn though. I don't really like flavored popcorns and kettle corn and stuff, just straight normal popcorn. But where we're actually heading right now is over to the Wizarding World, otherwise known as Hogsmeade, and we're gonna go get some butterbeer. And there we are, and walking in with a sign to greet us to Hogsmeade. Oh, hello!
Welcome
Way far.
Enjoy your stay at our humble village, won't you?
Well, thank you. Can you direct me to Butterbeer?
Butterbeer. Oh, I suppose right there under that sign. Can't miss
It would help if I looked forward.
Oh,
Thank you. All right. He pointed out that the Butterbeer is obviously right in front of me. Of course, I knew where it was. I was just trying to see if he had any hidden spots for us. And there's no line, which is beautiful. Love how the music changes as soon as we get in here. All right, we got our table to try our Butterbeer, and with the best view ever, right in front of the castle. Get a good view. Obviously, it's not going to be in focus, but it's a really nice view. I'll turn around and show you where we're actually sitting, right at the base of it, where we tend to try and stand during the holiday events when they have their Halloween stuff or Christmas stuff going on the castle. Like the last time we were here for it, it was over in this area. They had all the drones doing different things that were all synced up. It was very, very impressive. So obviously I don't really have to do a review because most people have probably had this. I've had it a lot. This is not new to this event. And I'm not normally a huge Butterbeer fan, but you know, it's been a while, so I'm gonna enjoy it. Complete with the mustache. And right around the corner from Hogsmeade, we magically appear into the world of Simpsons. Springfield specifically, that is. Oh, yep, there's the line right here to get the big donuts at Lard Lad Donuts. There's the chief eating his donut, as he always is. Krusty Burger with the Mother Nature Burger, which is actually a Beyond Burger now. It used to be a veggie burger that was just basically like smushed up veggies. Next up was Cocina Mexicana because we wanted to try their new vegetarian food. So we ordered, and it took a while, probably over 20 minutes collectively. But we got the Beyond Mulita, and I'm completely unfamiliar with what that is. It kind of sounds like it's like part quesadilla, part kind of like almost, I saw one description as a Mexican grilled cheese. Looking, it's got the Beyond in it with the vegetables and the cheese. And then we just got some chips and guacamole. And then Declan got his very first Simpsons donut. What do you think? It's yummy, he says. All right, so I've got it cut in half, so we can each have half. Here it is, kind of like a mini 4-inch quesadilla almost. So let's try it, because I'm super interested what this tastes like. Well, that's interesting. So the corn tortilla, it didn't get really crispy. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a tostada. It's kind of like a chewy tortilla, which isn't bad. The cheese, you can see, it's like, you know, it's very cooked all the way through the tortilla. And then the chorizo flavored Beyond, it's not as spicy as I thought it might be. And then there's some green onions in it, I think, which just tastes really, really good. It adds to the fresh flavor of it. I would definitely eat this again. I would definitely recommend this. Maybe a little more than the grilled cheese we had earlier. It was good. It was just, it tasted a little like it had been sitting there for a while. It was really, really hard, kind of. But this is definitely really good, and I'm gonna try it with some chips and guac, and I'm sure it'll be even better. So we went over to Mel's Drive-In, and we got the supposed Beyond Barbecue Burger, though I'm not really sure where the barbecue is. It might be on the underneath the patty, maybe, with the mayo, but I don't see anything barbecue about it. But we'll give this a try. It's quite large, and see how they do their Beyond here at Universal. All right, so we're trying to pick it up here. Let me look in the bottom. Yeah, it's just mayo on the bottom. So yeah, I'm a little confused with the name. But yeah, maybe they ran out. It's a little windy here, so it's like blowing everything around. I'm trying to find the best place to take a bite here. It's really, really thick. It's like 2 things worth of Beyond Burger, like 2 patties almost smushed together is what it seems like. Definitely a good burger. Yeah, I mean, it tastes just like Beyond. The mayo, I'm normally not a big mayo on a hamburger kind of guy, but it's not bad on this one. And then this looks like cheddar. It's about to slide apart, because of how big it is, but as far as the flavor, it's a really good veggie burger. I would totally get this again, and I would definitely recommend this, especially since they're a little lacking in the vegetarian entrees here, but this is probably one of the better ones so far tonight. So we ended up back at Hogsmeade to the Three Broomsticks because Ashley found a dessert in here that she wants to try. And let's see if I can get it to focus on it. It's sticky toffee bread pudding. I think I've mentioned before on videos that I'm not the biggest fan of bread pudding, but for the channel, I will certainly try it. But Ashley is super excited to try it. So here is the bread pudding. I mean, admittedly, it doesn't look bad. It actually kind of looks more like almost like a coffee cake or a little muffin of some sorts. With different stuff on it, some syrup or something, and some whipped cream.
I think that's ice cream.
Oh yeah, maybe it is ice cream. Almost looks like a big giant blob of butter. But here, I'll check it. Yeah, it's really cool. It's ice cream. It's probably butterbeer ice cream, and it looks all right though. All right, so I'll try to get a little bit of everything. Yeah, the bread pudding is kind of cutting almost like a little muffin too. I'll get a little bit of the syrup, a little bit of the little like toffee chips kind of, and it's a good little bite. That is delicious. Ashley told me that I wasn't gonna like it because she said it's almost too sweet for her. But as far as desserts go, that's fine. What I don't like about bread pudding is how, to me, whether it's just not supposed to be like this or not, it's always like just really mushy, and I don't like the texture. I don't care for the flavor much either. This obviously is just overpowering with sweetness. And she's right, I don't have much of a sweet tooth. I've probably mentioned that a few times. Maple syrup is about the extent of it, being a native Vermonter. I kind of get maple syrup in this a little bit, so maybe that's why I like it. I'm gonna take another bite, but yeah, it's pretty good. I definitely give that 2 thumbs up. Well, that's gonna do it for Universal Studios. It was a little different than the other tasting events. It wasn't really a tasting event, it was just the food at the restaurants, it seemed. Nothing like special or like unique for the event. But it was still really nice to be in there and just walk around because, of course, Universal Studios is really known for their sets and the ambiance, the environment. So that was really, really cool. But it was really nice to be here. I really like how it, again, like I said, how it's the numbers on the card instead of having to pay the money for it. But if you get a chance to get out here before the park reopens, I would certainly encourage you to do so. Ask some team members if they had any inside knowledge on when it might open, and one mentioned maybe April, and then of course he mentioned how next year Mario Land, Super Mario Land, or Nintendo World, whatever they're actually going to call it, will be open. And I know this guy whose thumb you can probably see, super excited about that. But we hope you really loved the video. If so, please give us the thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. If you ring the bell below, you get notifications of all of our future videos. As always, be kind and be real, and join us on our next experience.